Okay, so the first word is fooled. Fooled means that you are tricked by someone else. You are tricked, meaning that they did something you weren't expecting and you fell for it. So here we can see Charlie Brown is trying to kick the football, but she pulled it away. So when he went to kick it, he fell over. So he was fooled by her. He was tricked. Impatient. Someone who is impatient is unable to wait. So let's say your class was almost done and you're like, okay, I have 3 minutes left. But you're just sitting there like, come on, bell, come on. I want the bell to ring. I want to be able to go to the next class. Come on, come on, come on. Ah! That would be impatient. Or like if you're at a restaurant and you're waiting for some food and it's taking a long time and you're like, I'm so hungry. I want to eat. That means that you're impatient. Appreciate. Appreciate means to be thankful. So like maybe you appreciate when your mom makes you a snack, or you appreciate when your dad cooks dinner. So it means that you are thankful. You are glad that they did something so that you didn't have to. So like I appreciate it when you guys turn in your vocabulary quizzes because that's something I am looking forward to getting from you. So I'm glad that you did it. I am thankful. Problem. Problem is when something is wrong. So here we can see that this guy is in a little boat, but the problem is that his river that he's in is very polluted, right? There's a lot of trash, there's a lot of garbage, basura, everywhere. So something is wrong here. The problem is that there's too much trash. Relax. Relax means to rest. So this guy is relaxing by the fire. He has on some comfy looking pants. He has his feet up. He's sitting down. He is relaxing. Roam, to walk without a destination. So if we look at this little guy down here, we can see that he started over here and then just kind of like walked all over the place, right? So if he had known that he was going to end up over there, he probably just would have went doop, 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 and ended up here. But he didn't know. He didn't have a destination. He was just walking around. A lot of times you will see students will roam around the school because they don't want to be in class. Fed up. Fed up means that you are annoyed by something that has happened for too long. So something keeps happening. Like let's say you have a friend that's annoying and they just keep like touching you on the head. Poke, 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 poke. After a while, you're going to get fed up. You're going to be like, stop doing that. Because you're going to get really annoyed that something's been happening for a long time. It's when you kind of like build up the pressure and then it releases. That's when you're fed up. Folktale. Folktale is a story passed down for generations through word of mouth. So we already heard tradition, which would be similar, except those are like things you do. A folktale is a story. So if you think of like the story, like Cinderella, for example, or maybe about La Reina, or something like that, where it's a story that gets passed down, like chupacabra, something like that. Generations would mean like your grandparents told your parents and your parents told you. And word of mouth would mean it's through stories so that people are saying. You don't really have to write it. It's just people telling each other. Climax. So climax is the turning point of a story. So let's say my little story is like this. I woke up today and I went downstairs to get some toast. However, there wasn't any bread, so I couldn't have toast. So I had to change my mind and get cereal instead. So in that little story, the turning point is where something like happened, something big and dramatic. In this case, it's just that there wasn't any bread, so I had to change the course of action. It turned, right? It's a different story from that point on. It's also usually the most dramatic moment where you're like, what's going to happen? Not really in the bread story, but you know. Resolution. So the resolution is basically the end of the story. So it's where everything is kind of wrapped up. So if you think about like the Avengers or any superhero movie, there's usually the big fight, right? Everybody's fighting each other. That would be the climax. And then afterwards, like you see the people going back and hugging their family or like hanging out and eating food together. That would be the resolution. And that's it. Good luck this week. Don't forget to study these on Quizlet.